Hello, and welcome to today's webinar on EPM Managing the Unplanned. My name is Tawana Dyer. I am the Oracle Alliance Director here at Apps Associates, and I'm fortunate enough today to be joined by Adib Kartabil, one of our General Vice Presidents here at Apps Associates, and he's going to walk you through managing the unplanned. And I don't know about you, but I know we're living in some unplanned times, and I'm certainly very excited about that. I'd also like to take the time to give you just a quick, brief overview of Apps Associates. I know that many of you are very familiar with Apps Associates, and so this will just be a quick reminder. We were founded in 2002. We have over 875 employees around the world with offices in the United States, India, and Germany. We are recognized as an Oracle to Cloud leader, and we have deep expertise in all things Oracle. With that, I would like to turn it over to Adib.
Thank you, Tawana, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Adib Kartabil, and today I'm hoping to present you with a brief presentation related to, managing the unplanned based on where we are today in the world and the surprise advent of the COVID-19 virus. We put this presentation together based on many discussions we've had with existing clients and us seeing the market and what's going on with the market today. The fact is that what's happening today is not new. Based on 20 years, the past 20 years, we can really point to many different challenges that we faced, from economic bubbles bursting to terrorist attacks, natural disasters, as well as, different emerging economies that had an impact on our economy and affected the way we do business. So this presentation is really our way of reaching out and share with you all what might be possible or what is available within the Oracle suite of solutions that you might be able to take advantage of to help you through these times. I'm sure it's not going to help us, cure COVID-19, but maybe it will make life easier to recover from the economic impact of COVID-19. The fact of the matter is that, looking at the past, as we always did, to kind of plan the future, might not be the best way to do it going forward, considering that this year and next year and maybe a couple of years beyond that are going to be very challenging and very unique in the lifetime of any business. So we hope that this presentation really gives the, some of the answers as to, hey, is there something out there that can help me? Am I able to really get things a bit more accurate or more precise for me to be to have a better chance to compete? So the fact is that it's a new state of business, right? That we're going to all be living in a new normal. That is, that really based on the standard we've been living at is abnormal, and it will be like this for a while, right? The idea of doing business as usual, even living life personally as usual, is not going to be the same. So that change is going to impact companies as well, and we know that for a fact. We get many conversations that we have every day related to how can I do things better? What are the things I can do to be more competitive? I talk to many CFOs out there related to this, and companies that have the right solutions and the right technologies to help them overcome this, based on the experts' opinion, will come out of this environment faster, and will be able to recover and go back to normal, quote unquote, faster. So based on that, I'm just going to share with you certain areas within finance that the Oracle EPM suite of solutions will be able to help. Again, you might have EPM today, or you might be considering an EPM solution, or maybe you haven't heard of EPM before. So EPM is really the enterprise performance management suite of solutions that is available by Oracle. These solutions are really designed to help finance better, help finance with their day-to-day processes, from budgeting better to planning to forecasting, better reporting, better analysis of financial information, better allocation of costs, and better cost management overall. These tools are really unique, where they're really designed specifically for finance. And we believe that based on where we are today, finance will be carrying, the biggest burden when it comes to being able to do the proper analysis for the health of any organization. So based on that, we think that going forward, every dollar spent is going to matter. Every dollar coming in is going to matter. And we need to make sure that we have the right tools to be able to deal with that, right? Some of the quotes we have here is, companies with the right EPM tools will be able to react better to the volatility and uncertainty of the market, and hopefully we'll be able to rebound faster. And that's kind of the whole concept behind this. Some of the key areas that experts say, and we have experienced, that really are key to a recovery of any organization, is really the ability to do some type of modeling of the financials and the business model, coming up with different ways of looking at the business in order to make the right decisions. The fact that cost and profitability are going to be a key component for survival for many organizations. So the ability to allocate and be able to break down your cost and expenses to a granular level in order to get to a precise number is a key function of what these EPM solutions can do for you. And we believe is a key feature that will be very helpful going forward as well. Putting together a strategic plan, strategies are going to change. With every change in the market, with every delay, with every closure or opening of certain sectors, the strategy of any business is going to change. It's a closed circle of impact that's going to happen from one vertical, from one industry to the other. So it's very important to have a strategic plan that accounts for the known as well as the unknown, which is going to be the prominent aspect of most strategic plans going forward. And finally, really the ability to forecast and be nimble enough to react to changes that are going to happen within the 30 days between forecasts, right? You forecast monthly, 30 days nowadays is a lifetime. I don't know if you've watched the news, but 30 days ago, things looked totally different than they do today. And I'm sure the next 30 days are going to look much different as well. So the key areas for the enterprise performance management related to the planning at a high level, trying to keep this presentation at a high level in hopes that we'll have additional conversation where we can dig deeper into some of these areas. But the key functions that you can gain from an EPM solution is really the ability to plan strategically, right? And decide what kind of investment will bring the highest value to your organization. That's very important. The ability to really align your strategy with your execution and your financial numbers. The accuracy of your budget and your forecast, it's paramount, right? In the good old days, being off a bit didn't matter as much, but now every dollar counts, right? Having a deep insight and understanding of the profitability of your customers, resources, product lines, all these type of things are key. The participation of all your entities and users in really providing their piece of your plan and your budget, and having them have a contributing input is really key. And these are the tools that will allow you to do that, to open up your budget. So it's not a corporate budget, but yet it's a budget that everybody agrees on. And it really has the impact of, the baseline of your business and not just the corporate view of things. And then finally, these EPM solutions really are they're not designed to be a big science project to implement. They're really designed to be implemented in a very agile, quick manner, so you can really realize quick return on your investment in a short period of time. The other aspect of the business, we spoke about the planning and budgeting, forecasting, the ability to do the modeling. The other aspect is really being able to break down your costs and your expenses in a way that allow you to react quicker, right? So part of the one of the modules that is offered by EPM is called the Profitability and Cost Management module. We implemented that with many organizations, and it really provides really deep insight on how does your cost breakdown, how does your revenue breakdown, down to a pretty minute granular level, in order to really get a precise read on, you know, what are your top 10 customers, what's your top 10 products, right? In a way that is transparent and you know, be able to read it and traceable, which is very important, and repeatable. So it's not a process you have to reinvent every month. So the value proposition really for profitability that we see, and I think it needs to be taken into consideration, right, is the ability to provide a full consolidated view of the organization, moving the numbers from one, you know, product to the other, from one fund to the other, from one account to the other, and being able to allocate that is key. Where things are as precise as they can be, so you can eliminate the least profitable products, or eliminate costs that might, you know, generate higher profitability. Understanding the internal and external factors, which I think is a key component to this whole, you know, premise of really managing the unplanned. The idea of being able to really understand the factors and how they play a role in the health of your organization. So if you are able to allocate and designate your numbers in a way that allows you to manage that, then guess what? All of a sudden now you have a very good insight towards the external factors, which are really the ones that you don't control as much, by incorporating more of a statistical view of the world, right? We've learned through experience that not only that the internal numbers and what is produced internally impact the business, we all know that external factors play a huge role, and incorporating that as part of your model, I think, would be key going forward. And then at the end of the day, making sure that you're, you know, the profile, the portfolio that you're carrying, the products, customers, all different costs, investments, all that's being taken into consideration and allocated the right designation from the standpoint of its effectiveness, as well as its profitability, will be key. All these different steps is really transformational for the office of the CFO, and are going to help tremendously in being able to react and have a more dynamic environment to go through the period that we're going to go through. From a budgeting and planning standpoint, you know, it's all going to come down to, you know, can I predict what the future is going to bring, right? None of us can. We've always attempted that with the budget and tried to fortify that with a forecast. That process is most critical today. The budget that I created for my business towards the end of last year, January of this year, is nowhere near where it's going to end up being at the end of this month. I can guarantee you that. So we're finding that with our own business, we're having to look at the numbers and the plans and be able to forecast what is really reality today, and align all the different factors that impact that going forward. So in order to do that, most companies that we work with, you know, you need more access to information, well, better access to more information. That's really the right phrase there. You know, being able to put together a strategic plan, short and long term, right? Develop a baseline budget that might deal with the issues that we have today, but more importantly, being able to take that base budget and create different scenarios of what happens if this thing goes, you know, for another 3 months. What happens if this line vertical does not open for another 2 months, meaning that maybe a line of revenue or a line of business that you deal with is not going to come back online for a while? What would be the impact of, you know, running at 80% capacity or 50% capacity, you know, with increase or reduced costs? Those are really the levers that you'll be able to turn on and off through this product, the EPM Oracle EPM product, that we feel are going to be so instrumental and so helpful in really being able to recover. So the list goes on and on, right? From strategic plans to looking at your investments portfolios and deciding what you want to keep, what you want to do away with, right? Having a nimble and dynamic forecast that you can alter. Some of my clients are asking me, can I forecast multiple times a month? Guess what? That is a reality. You know, 15 days is a long time. And I think that's an option that they have based on the model and the solution that we've created for them. Spoke about the statistical trending, that the external factors that play a role in the health of your organization. Those all could be incorporated as part of your model and part of your budget, right? And then finally, you know, the M&A and divestitures actions that you take have to be supported by the data and the information and the models that you have. And with the KPI, with the right KPIs, you'll have a full and complete picture of your business as it changes day to day. I just wanted to share with you a case study of an organization that I, you know, hold dear to my heart. And, you know, I've been involved in hundreds and hundreds of projects related to EPM and other areas. But one project really comes to mind, which really has a kind of a personal, you know, value for me, is really the project we did for the American Red Cross in helping such a great organization in these key areas I just spoke about: the budgeting, the planning, the profitability analysis, the cost management. So this case study speaks to that a little bit, but I'm very happy to report that the things we've done for the American Red Cross is helping them today meet the challenge and do it in a way that's very efficient, or more efficient than they've done it in the past, mainly optimizing, you know, the funds they have in a way that makes them, you know, take them farther, which is really, really exciting. Just a case study, just an example of an organization that we all know and we all understand what they're going through today with everything that's happening. So at the end of the day, and as a conclusion to this presentation, I hope it was beneficial to you. But the main key is a finance transformation should not be a boil the ocean type of process. It is an incremental process that starts with the first step. So all the things we talked about related to budgeting, planning, profitability analysis, allocation, all these are mini projects that could be implemented all together, or they could be implemented sequentially or in a phased approach. Just because there's so much to do, that does not mean that we couldn't do one or two things and have a better result and have some impact on where you guys are at within your companies. So at the end of the day, it's really having a better strategy and a better execution plan that you know, complements the strategy, and being able to respond faster and more effectively to threats and to challenges that we're going to see going forward. And know your weakness from your strength within your organization. That's kind of, in summary, what I would say are the key factors that will make or break many organizations out there. So it's not too late to take action. If EPM was part of some conversation you've had at one point or you've heard of, it's not too late. An EPM solution could be implemented within a couple of months. Part of it could be the key parts that really impact your business specifically could be the ones that get focused on and would be able to implement first. So that's, you know, please reach out. Let's have a quick conversation. I will allocate the right consultants that have done this many times, and then they can share with you their experience and their thoughts on what might make sense, and hopefully we'll be able to help you and help ourselves all get through these tough times. So at the end of the day, you know, by leveraging the Oracle EPM cloud, you'll be able to quickly institute some of the most critical changes that are necessary to better deal with the challenges that are upon us. That's kind of the last statement in that slide. So as the value that EPM brings rolls on the screen in front of me, just wanted in conclusion to thank you for your time. I hope this was beneficial. Please, you know, as I said earlier, there's no strings attached. We're open to any conversation. Reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to engage in a conversation related to how could EPM help you and how could we help you, how could apps help you in these challenging times. With that, I will transfer back to Anna to kind of wrap up this presentation. Again, thank you for your time and talk to you soon.
Well, thank you, Adib. That was absolutely fabulous information on all of the things that all companies are going through currently in this environment, and being able to utilize the EPM tool for not just now, but upcoming future, you know, the future of the year and the environment and everything that they're in. So we hope that if you have any additional questions, you'll reach out to us with our contact information, tawana.dyer@appsassociates.com, or you can certainly call 855-997-1382. Again, 855-997-1382. And we look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.